The calendar has turned to November, and that can mean only one thing in Massachusetts: playoff football. Welcome, everyone, to a sold-out Kamitian field in Holliston, Massachusetts on Friday, November 3rd for Sport View's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Football 2023. It's found only on Holliston Hub. Tonight, it's a first-round playoff battle between two TFL rivals as Holliston takes on Ashland for the second time in 2 weeks in the first round of the MIAA football playoffs. Good evening, everyone. My name is Carlos Canto, and alongside me is my co-host, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, these two teams met only a week ago with the Panthers taking home a convincing victory. What does Holliston have to do to be successful tonight for a deep playoff run? And does the repeat matchup benefit any one of these two teams?
I don't think the repeat matchup is going to benefit anybody, to be honest with you. But what I do want to say about Holliston, what they're going to have to do is first put last week totally out of your mind. Stay focused on this week. Stay focused on your job. And know that you can't slip up now. This is a one-and-done situation in the playoffs. You can't slip up. Now, as far as what they have to do, pretty much what they did last week, Carlos, you got to tackle, number one. You got to stay out of the no penalties, no turnovers, eliminate them, because they had an issue with them last week, even though the score was 41-0. And you just got to come in here and play your game. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about what the other team does. You have to dictate the situation. Now, on the other side of the field, you're probably going to see Coach McKay, who is, I think, a very, very good coach, and he has a good reputation being able to be a game coach. He's going to come out, have his guys maybe do some stuff differently. But what you want to do if you're Holliston, just ignore all of that, go in, play the game, and you'll be in good shape.
Absolutely. And very rare for two teams to meet in consecutive weeks, especially two conference teams meeting in consecutive weeks, with one of those weeks being a playoff matchup. But here we are, these two teams at the mercy of the MIAA seeding process, and in Ashland just sneaking in as the 15th seed will get to play their next-door rivals, Holliston, again.
Well, the last time this happened for Holliston was they were playing Grafton back-to-back games back in 1901. Okay? I was a freshman that year. They played back in 1901. So it's a long time, and you're right. It's very, very, very rare for this to happen.
I think it's a little bit of exciting, too, though. These two teams obviously know each other, been playing together, playing against each other, not just in high school, but probably in Pop Warner, too. So lots of familiarity here between the Clockers and the Panthers. Captains meeting at midfield for the coin toss. Captains for the Panthers, number 51, David Villa, number 3, Devin Harding, number 14, Kawhi Lima, number 70, Jack Schellings, and number 21, James Givens. For the Clockers of Ashland, their captains, number 2, Cam Antonuk, number 79, Nate Kavanaugh, number 10, Jacob Friels, number 6, Tyler Pine, and number 54, Matthew Terry. Be interesting to see how these two teams approach this matchup. You got to figure some things left out of the playbook last week that both coaches have been saving for tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting. 41-0, it got out of hand. It got out of hand really early last week, unfortunately for Ashland. And so they're going to try some stuff that they haven't done. But just because Holliston won 41-0 doesn't mean that they're not going to try stuff. Looks like here Ashland is going to receive.
Ashland has won the toss, and they will receive. And we'll be right back with the opening kickoff after the national anthem.
Now please direct your attention to the flag at the end zone end of the field, the scoreboard end of the field, as we honor America with our national anthem performed tonight by the Holliston High School Band, again under the direction of Sean Villaville. Sean?
All right, we're back, ready for kickoff in this playoff matchup. Ashland won the toss and will receive in this first half. Connor T getting the football ready on the tee. He had an excellent game last week kicking the football, 5 out of 6 extra points.
Well, he did a lot of kicking between all the kickoffs and all the extra points and everything, so he's ready to go.
Toe meets leather, and we're off and running in this playoff game. It's a little squib kick to number 23 from Ashland. That's their excellent running back, Kevin Ozalumba.
Ozalumba really had a really good game last week, and he's one of the kids. He can get up here. He can run the ball. You see him on all phases of this game, and we talked about him a lot last week. He's a special one. He's only a sophomore, and he's going to be around here for a long time doing a lot of good stuff.
It's a good return. Ashland will start from their own 40-yard line. Big change from last week where their average starting drive was from the 26. So definitely a more positive start to this game for the Clockers. Their quarterback, number 4, Cameron Antonuk, brings them out. It's a quick snap. Ozalumba takes the carry, pushes the pile forward for maybe 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One of the things Holliston did last week, Los, that really worked out well defensively was sending those defensive ends in there, or sometimes the outside linebackers, and they send them in behind the play. And Holliston's speed is so great on the outside that they can get in and catch these guys from behind, and that's going to stop a lot of the gains that Ashland's looking for.
It's actually a 3-yard game, so it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 43. Nuke brings them out.
This is their game.
It's a wildcat formation from the Clockers. Ozalumba takes the snap, gets nothing out of that. Good penetration and stacking up at the line by the Panthers.
That's their game. They want to run. They want to control the clock. Forget last week altogether. This is what they did. They ran. They control the clock. I told you last week about the 11-minute drive they had against Norwood, and they really controlled the ball on the ground against Westwood when they beat Westwood. Almost controlled the ball for almost the whole second half.
It's a 3rd and 5 for Ashland. Last week they were 3 of 11 on 3rd down. It's a handoff reverse to number 8, Jason Crispin. It's enough for a 1st down, and the Clockers have something going here on their first drive. Into Panthers territory.
Yeah, this is what they want to do, and like I said, they want to. What Holliston wants to do is keep them in 3rd and long. They get in 3rd and long, and they have to come out of the come out of their shell a little bit, and do things that they're not used to doing. That's what Holliston wants to do defensively.
Fresh set of downs for Ashland. 1st and 10 from the Holliston 48-yard line. It's a direct snap to Anthony. Oh, no, excuse me. That's to number 11, Devin O'Brien. Again, very little gain. Panther defensive line coming up again big on that play.
Yeah, I picked up about 4 yards there, and right off the bat you can tell here that this Ashland offensive line took it a little personally what happened last week, and they're coming firing out here. Now, Holliston, their defensive front 7 has just been absolutely sensational, especially in these last 3 or 4 games. So that's quite a task for Ashland to come out here and control it. We'll see how it goes.
It is a good spot. Gives them a 4-yard gain on that 1st down play. So 2nd and 6. Ball is at the Holliston 44-yard line. Ashland comes out again in that bunch formation. It's a direct snap to Antonuk this time. He stood up at the line, maybe a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Holliston getting in there and stopping him. And once again, this is what they want to do here. Now, I don't know on this side of the 50 if we're getting into 4-down territory already, but what Holliston wants to do is stop them. If they can keep them here or further back, that they're going to be in good shape. The other thing I'd watch for here is some kind of reversal, because what Holliston does when they line up in that I call a one-wing position there, it's kind of like an offset one back wing. 90% of the times they'll run to the side, the strong side, but sometimes they'll reverse it. When they do, they've gotten some good yardage. So Holliston's got to be aware of that.
Big early 3rd and 5 here for Ashland.
There's a reverse right there.
And he's going to be short. That was Ozalumba taking the inside handoff, but he does not get anywhere near the first down. It's going to be a 4th and 4 for Ashland from the Holliston the Holliston 42-yard line.
Now this is a situation here where it's so early in the game that you can't say it's a really, really big play. But they don't get the first down here. Holliston's going to have great field position. And after what happened last week, maybe what you want to do is kick the ball and get it further down field. But we'll see. It doesn't look like Ashland's going to do that.
I don't think we saw any pooch kicks from Ashland last week. But Antonuke does bring them out. Gets under center, but there's a whistle. And we have a timeout from Ashland.
So timeout Ashland. We'll take a timeout here ourselves.
All right, welcome back. Ashland getting ready for a key 4th down play from the Holliston 42-yard line. 7:25 to go in the first quarter, still 0-0. Ashland on their opening drive of the ball game. Antonuke lines up under center. They fake the reverse, and it's an inside handoff. Gets nothing. Turn the ball over on downs there, and Holliston will take over from their own 45-yard line.
Well, they lost on down right there, and that's what I was talking about, Carlos, is the fact that you're not giving Holliston this really very short field. They're starting at their own 45-yard line, and you saw what happened last week when they got short fields, and what's been happening basically all year long with the short field. So let's see if that works out for Ashland. But I don't blame Coach McKay for doing that because, you can't come out here and not want to win the game. You can't come out here and just say, I don't want to lose. You've got to come out here and say, we want to win. So I believe that he believes in his team, and that's why he did that.
Holliston comes out with bunch formation to the left. Pass is complete to Devin Harding, but he is tackled in the backfield. That's going to be a loss on the little hitch pass.
Yeah.
Big number 55 comes out of the pile excited. That's Omari Lee, senior for Ashland.
Yeah, he's sometimes Lee is in the backfield when they're running on offense. He's a good blocker, good blocking back. I'm not quite sure what Devin saw there because looked like he had an open sideline right in front of him, but he went back inside.
Quarterback for Holliston is number 14, Kawhi Lima. Takes the snap, and it's a quick pass to number 17, Aiden Ibbotson. It's complete to the 50-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down, but it's a good gain on second down, about 6. I mentioned that Holliston comes into this game on the heels of a dominant 41-0 victory over the Clockers last week in the regular season finale. That brings their season record to 5-3 overall, 3-1 in the Tri-Valley League Large, allowing them to qualify as the number 2 seed in the MIAA D4 playoffs. Todd Kiley in his 21st season as head coach of the Panthers. His record, 172 wins, 57 losses. He's got a big third down here. It's a keeper by Kawhi. He has the first down and more, still on his feet. Finally brought down beyond the 40-yard line, inside to the 38 or 37-yard line. It's a first down, Panthers.
Sometimes when you run a blitz like Ashland did there, sometimes you run into the blitz. And what they did is they faked into the blitz. And I don't know if that's something that Kawhi saw and just faked the ball to Devin, but he sent Devin into the line where the blitz was coming. He opened up the outside, and he was able to get the first down.
1st and 10 from the Ashland 38. It's a handoff to Harding. Doesn't get much, but he's pushing the pile forward for another yard or two. It's going to be good for maybe 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 7. Ashland coming into this game with an overall record of 4-4, 2-2 in the TVL large. That was good enough just to get into the playoffs as the number 15 seed. Clockers head coach is Andrew McKay. He carries a career record of 87 wins, 51 losses, and he's in his 13th season at the helm of Ashland.
Yeah, like I said, he's a good one. He took them to Super Bowls. He's done a lot with that football over there at Ashland. Clock is running, 4:52 left to go in the first quarter.
2nd and 7 from the 35-yard line. It's a keeper by Kawhi. Rolls out to the left. He's going to keep it and tuck. He's got the first down and more.
Oh, there's a block in the back by Holliston, and there was absolutely no need for that. He was going to get the first down. He was going to get a lot more, and Holliston just threw it was pretty obvious block in the back.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row that big plays have been wiped off the board for Holliston because of blocks in the back.
Boy, you're so right. And, we talk about this all the time. You got to eliminate those mistakes. And that block in the back really did nothing. I mean, it really did nothing. It didn't help at all. So now we're back with another second down, and this will be second.
Yeah, we mentioned the issue. Second and long. Yeah, we mentioned the issues with penalties last week. Holliston with 7 of them for 47 yards. But the most crucial one was I believe it was a kick return that got wiped out because of the block in the back.
So this is actually a 2nd and short.
Yeah, they're going to bring back the penalty from where the spot of the foul was, but they're going to get another false start here.
Yeah.
So that's going to back them up 5 more yards. It's going to be 2nd and long now.
You just can't do this. You absolutely have to stay focused. Stay focused in this game, guys, and one good thing about Holliston is with this coaching staff, they've been through so much. They've been through so many things, so many playoffs, this is no big deal for the coaching staff. This is kind of like another game for them. But sometimes the kids get out there and, you get a little excited about being in the playoffs. And
of course. 2nd and 8. It's a quick pass, but it's blocked at the line.
Is that Kavanaugh?
Number 79, Nathaniel Kavanaugh, also a senior. Get a taste of some of the size that Ashland has on both the defensive and offensive lines.
One of the things they did is they did move that came back to it as a 2nd and 8. They had marked it down as a 2nd and 3. Now it's back to 2nd and 8. So here we are at 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. And last week, Holliston very good on 3rd down, 3 for 4. Here's what they do here.
Here's the blitz again. Got him.
It's a quick post route to number 5, Brad Andriola. He hauls it in, and that's a first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, Brad Andriola has really come on in the past. We talked about him a lot in the last game, and rightfully so, because he just turns on those jets and he gets going. One of the things I want to see with this defense, when Ashland comes up and starts to blitz like that, the middle is wide open. That's where you can use your tight end. That's where you can get him coming across the middle and or get him to the outside.
Panthers are cooking now on their first drive. They come out, no huddle, spread. It's going to be a reverse handoff to Connor Teague. He's going to try to find the edge. He is tackled after a gain of 5 or 6.
Clock running, 3:20 left to go in the first quarter.
Call it 7 yards on that first down carry by Connor Teague. 2nd and 3.
They are really leaving a lot of space wide open in that defense. And they kind of have to, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring their linebackers up to help at the line of scrimmage, and that's leaving just one high safety, and that's a great opportunity to pass.
Panthers line up with trips to the right. It's a keeper by Lima, still on his feet. Tackled just short of the goal line. Looks like he's at the 4-yard line. That's going to be a first down, 1st and goal, Panthers. Panthers line up in the spread. It's a handoff to Devin Harding, number 3. He gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a yard there.
Yeah, it looks like he lost maybe a half a yard there. That was a good drive by the Ashland defense. You got to spread, Carlos. You got to spread. When you got those big guys like that, spread the ball. You can go side to side. I realize you do have to try and test the middle because you got to keep everybody honest. And they're trying to overcompensate around the ends because of Holliston's speed. They're putting the extra guys a little bit wider. But you can get out, use your speed, get out in the ends there and do some damage.
Yeah, you think or Ashland will definitely try to sell out on the edge here and not try to prevent any big gains. It's another keeper by Lima, and this time he is tackled after a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Clock keeps running. This is something Ashland wanted to do. They want to elongate this game. They want to keep Holliston, within a one or two possessions and elongate the game. And that's kind of what they're doing right now. And this is an opportunity of Holliston. If they don't get in there and score here, it's playing right into Ashland's hands.
Yeah, almost done with the first quarter, and we're still on only the second possession of the game.
See how the spread now, if it's the far Holliston on the right side, they got plenty of opportunity over there.
Andriola wide to the right. It's a sweep by Connor Teague, but he is pulled down before he gets to the goal line. And that'll bring up a 4th down. We'll see what Coach Kiley does here. Does have an excellent kicker in Connor Teague.
I think that time they got close enough. Let's see if they want to go to war here, or if they're just going to keep the offense in.
4th and goal from the 2. Just about an extra 2-point conversion. Excuse me.
Clock has stopped now. 49 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
We're going to take a timeout by Holliston. That's 1 each. So as the team takes a timeout, so will we. Holliston comes out of the timeout, staring down a 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Coach Kiley electing to keep his offense on the field. We'll see what they dial up here. It's a keeper by Kawhi. He's going to roll out to his left, look for an opening. Doesn't find one, but will he get pushed into the end zone? He does, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see what this is. The play stands. It's a touchdown, Holliston. Actually see 2 flags on the field.
It's against Holliston.
And I think that was a sideline warning, I believe. Which, if it negates a touchdown, is really hard. So it'll back them up 5 yards after the penalty. It'll be 4th and goal from the 7 now.
Now you might want to think a little bit about putting this ball in the
and they're going to kick it.
Teague's foot here.
Yeah. I think that's the right call here. You don't want to come away from this drive after, 12 minutes going by without any points on the board.
Right. This is in the playoffs. It's a possession game, and all that 14-point win and stuff. That all is out the window. Teague, this is really just an extra point for him. You just kick the same way you do an extra point, and you got it.
High snap, but the kick is strong and right through the uprights. It's a field goal for the Holliston Panthers. They lead 3-0 with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
What I like about the way Teague kicks is that a lot of times if you just get a play like that, a lot of the kickers will think, oh, wow, I got to kick it so much harder or so much longer. And that's how they get in trouble, because when you try and kick longer, the ball is kicked lower and they tends to be blocked. In that sense, Connor Teague just has great faith in himself. He knows what he can do. And, we saw him kick, a 35-yarder, I think, this year. So he's one of the good ones, and he's around next year too. So he's going to get a lot of kicking in.
24-yard field goal from Connor Teague to put the Panthers up in the first quarter.
But, I think if you told Coach McKay with, 39 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Holliston's only going to be up 3-0 as opposed to 14-0 or 21-0. He'd take it. Now, the only thing is, though, that's okay, but you got to keep this going. And, what Holliston's got to do defensively is come out here, get another stop, and quickly get the ball back.
Right, playing the possession game and clock game doesn't matter if you don't score any points.
That's right.
Ashland's going to have to score something if they want to stay in this game. Connor Teague kicks it off. It's a strong kick into the end zone.
Oh.
It's going to be a touchback for Connor Teague.
Connor's doing, on back-to-back plays, he's done exactly what his team needed. He got the field goal, and then he kicked the ball so that there's no return, because the worst thing that could have happened for Holliston would have been a long return. And now, although there really haven't been that many of them against Holliston, but that would have been terrible. Now they got the ball back there, and, now if Holliston can hold them, they're going to get the ball back in good field position. And you're right, Carlos, it's a possession game in playoffs. It's a field possession game.
Touchback brings the ball out to the 20-yard line. That's where Ashland will start for their second drive of the game. I think they come out in their gunk offense here. Split a little bit wide to the right. It's another Wildcat run, but he's tackled right in the backfield. It's number 26, number 28, Austin Rodenheiser. Good tackle for loss there.
Rodenheiser, he's all around the ball. He's had interceptions. He's had great tackles. He's just all around the ball. And that's going to end it. First quarter.
The clock will come to an end here in the first quarter, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more second quarter action. Welcome back. Both teams switching sides of the field to get ready for the second quarter here. Holliston off the heels of a 24-yard field goal by Connor Teague to put them up 3-0 early in this game. Ashland on their second possession of the game.
Second and 10 from the 20.
See this compact formation from Ashland a lot. It's going to be a reverse to number 8, Crispin. He gets bottled up after little gain, if any.
That interior, the Holliston defensive line, is really playing great. And what they've done is they've put Ashland in a situation now with third and probably a long 9. They're in a situation where they're going to feel maybe a little bit uncomfortable. Now, he can throw the ball. Anthony Hawk can throw the ball. I think it's Rudisil is number 22 is the receiver that he likes to throw to a lot. So Holliston's got to cover him and take him out of the passing situation.
This time Ashland comes out in the spread. 3 wide. It's going to be a pass. It's complete to number 10, Jacob Friels. That's the captain.
That's first
tackle
down
by number 26, Matt Gimblett. Number 21, James Gibbons in there as well.
That's first down.
First down
Nifty pass from Antonuk to Friels there to move the chains.
So they move the chains. They get a little bit more field to work with here, a little bit less field to work with, I guess you should say. But 10:46 left to go in the half.
1st and 10 for Ashland. Come out in the double wing. It's a handoff to number 23. That's Uzulumba. He's got a big gain, and he is brought down finally at the 15. That's James Givens with the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, that's the guy you got to look for. We told you that. He's got tremendous speed. He's a really, really good running back, and now he puts Holliston in a little trouble. And to be quite frank, this is more the type of game I thought we would have seen last week, more the running game from Ashland, a little bit more success in that running game. But Holliston got up on top of them so quickly that they really had to kind of pull back from that a little bit. But now they're back in their comfort zone with 10-12 left to go in the half.
Yeah, back in that gunk formation there. Very compact, very little space. Ashland playing with a hard count here. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
It'll be timeout, Ashland.
We got another timeout, Ashland, and we'll take a break as well. All right, welcome back. After Ashland's second time out of the first half, they come out to a 1st and 10 from the Holliston 17-yard line.
Well, that was either they saw something they didn't like about the lineup, or they wanted to give the running back a little bit of a rest and come back with him again.
Ashland comes back out in their gunk. It's another handoff to Uzulumbe. He gets tackled after a good gain. Ashland getting some good push on their offensive line in the first stages of this game, Jay.
They are, and that's exactly what they want to do. They want to come in here and run. They want to come in everywhere they go and run, and then control the clock, keep the ball out of the Holliston offense's hands, and if they can score some points and get a lead, and then they can keep running, they're going to be a very dangerous opponent tonight.
Come back out in the double wing. It's a handoff to Uzulumba. Tries to get through the line. He's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and maybe 2 from right around the 10-yard line.
Now, what's interesting here is if Holliston can hold them here, their kicker, I think his name is Wolfson, Wolfram. I'm sorry, Wolfram. He's a good kicker. I've seen him kick, so he can get the job done from here. But Holliston first has to hold him, and then see how Ashland reacts to that.
3rd and 4 for Ashland. It's a toss to Crispin, but he is brought down short. It's going to be short a yard or two. It's going to bring up 4th down. You got to think Ashland is going to seriously consider going for it here.
Well, needless to say, this is a big play for Ashland, because even if they don't score a touchdown, they need that first down. They don't get that. You handed the ball back over to Holliston, and with an opportunity for Holliston to go up 2 possessions. This is really big for them.
Andrew McKay keeps his offense on the field for a big 4th down play here. From right around the 11-yard line, Uzulumba in motion into the backfield for an I formation now. Fullback is number 55, Amari Lee.
Another timeout.
And this will be Ashland's 3rd and final timeout of the first half. We'll take a timeout as well. Welcome back. Big fourth down play here from Ashland. Looks like Andrew McKay thought better of it and sending out his kicker now for a 27-yard field goal attempt, 28-yard field goal attempt.
Just make sure, first of all, that he does kick it and it's not a trick play.
The kick is up, but it is good.
Oh, good. Wow.
Just sneaks over the cross post. And Ashland has tied up this ball game 3-3.
Well, there you go. And, I told you, he's a kicker. Now, what he tried to do, he just tried to do a little too much. I had talked about that earlier. Whereas a kicker, I've seen him kick extra points, and he kicks them a lot, not quite as far as Connor Teague can, but the same situation. He has a nice high kick and goes deep. That time he tried to kind of extend it a little bit, and those are the types of kicks that sometimes get blocked. But he was able to get it in. And, we're sitting here with 7:36 left to go in the first half. We got a 3-3 game.
Yeah, we showed up for a playoff football game and an Australian rules football match broke out.
There you go.
Lots of kicking.
You kind of wonder. Holliston's only hit the ball once here. You kind of wonder if Coach Kiley's going to say, I've kind of had enough of this. We're going to open it up this time.
Number 89, Aaron Wolf, kicks it off, and it's an onside.
Oh, that
doesn't really go anywhere. 51, David Villa with the return. And Holliston will safely set up at their own 43-yard line.
I don't know about that, boy. I guess you want to give your defense that kind of situation, but this is a really powerful Holliston team. You haven't seen it yet tonight, but they saw it all last week. And that's a situation where Holliston should come out right now just firing on all cylinders.
Kawhi Lima brings out the offense. Ready for Panthers' second possession of the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. It's a quick pass to number 1, Connor Teague, and he is free into the middle of the field. He is gone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, that's what I told you. He's going to come out, and he's going to come out firing.
A 57-yard touchdown reception from Kawhi Lima to Connor Teague, and the Panthers are up 9-3.
Yeah, I think Coach McKay wish he has that kickoff back again. I know one of the things he was probably thinking about was last week Connor Teague, the same Connor Teague, ran back a kickoff, the only kickoff they had for a touchdown. And here we go now where Connor's setting up for the end of a 7-point play for him.
Good pressure from Ashland, but the kick is good. And with 7:24 to go in the second quarter, Holliston leading 10-3.
Well, great call by Coach Kiley, and that's what I thought he would do is come out and, he knows the same situation. He knows what Ashland is trying to do and kind of what they need to do to win the game. That's their game. There's nothing wrong with it. That's their game. They've won a lot of games with it, and they're very good at it. But I think Coach Kiley, he doesn't have that kind of patience. He'll take the ball and drive it here, take the ball, drive it down 3 yards in a cloud of dust or a cloud of these black nubby things, whatever they are in the field. But what he wants to do is get out there and score. And when he had that opportunity that they just gave him, he was able to take advantage of it. 3 things there. 1, great pass protection by that offensive line. 2, really nice pass by Kawhi Lima. And 3, the catch and that run. I just keep watching Teague, and we know he's a great, great athlete with tremendous speed. You just keep watching him and say, how much more speed can this kid have?
He really did find a second gear on that catch and run. Kick it off now. It's another strong kick, very high. taken at the 14-yard line. Big hit. That's number 51, David Villa.
Now, when a kickoff goes that high, what that does at this level is it allows your kickoff team to get down there a little bit further than normal, and then they were down and made that kick, and they were going to keep the ball inside the 25-yard line, keep it down at the 23, so it'll be 1st and 10 there for Ashland. 7:19 left to go in the first quarter here.
Yeah, and you got to wonder about the psyche of this Ashland offense. They had a really good drive on that last possession that just stalled inside the red zone, and then Holliston comes back with a quick touchdown.
Pick up of about 2 there.
Looks like that was Amari Lee on the handoff, playing a fullback.
He does. Like I said, he's in there. He's a good blocker. I've watched him block, and I'd put him back there, too, if I had the opportunity. He's got the wrong number for it, but I'll tell you, if he had the right number on his back, he'd be just a regular fullback, and he's a really good one. He's a good blocker.
Check that. Looks like it was Crispin on the carry, number 8.
Crispin.
Bring up a 2nd and 9 for Ashland at their own 24-yard line. Pistol snap. Handoff is to Azalumba.
Now, what can happen, what Ashland is doing here, and what can happen is that after a while, somewhere around the 4th quarter, that the pounding of the offensive line against the defensive line in a normal game of football will wear down that defensive line and let the offensive line maybe get an advantage. But the thing is, you've got to be within scoring distance of getting points. So Holliston's looking right now, Holliston's looking to go up 3 possessions. They get up 3 possessions, and they're only up 1 now. But if they get up 3 possessions, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Holliston.
3rd and 8 here for Ashland.
On Ashland, I'm sorry.
It's a pass from Antonuk that sails over the head of number 22, Robbie Rudisil.
Yeah, Rudisil is the one. I understand he's a basketball player, too, a pretty good one, I guess. And, he's the big receiver. He's the one that they look to all the time.
It's 4th down, and Ashland will punt for their first time tonight. Brad Andriola, Aiden Ibsen back deep to receive.
Yeah, and you better watch out for these two because either one of them can make some good yardage on these returns. 5:47 left to go in the half. This is a big punt and a big opportunity for Holliston.
It's a fake. Number 34.
What a great fake.
Oliver LaRoe with the first down carry for Ashland. What a call there, Jay.
That's a great fake. I thought when he brought the man around, I thought that he was the one that was going to get the ball, but he kept it in the hands of his punter, and that's a great thing. And that's what Coach McKay will do. I talked about his imagination sometimes. He gets in there, and, we think of Coach Kiley, and rightfully so, as one of these geniuses on offense and everything, but one of the terms that Tom likes to use, he'll throw the kitchen sink at you, and that's exactly what happened with the play right there. Really, really nicely done. I think that was great, because the thing is, if Holliston made that tackle, it would have been short field.
Really deep field position for Ashland there. Gutsy call. Handoff is to Azalumba. He gets very little on first down.
Now, I'll tell you, the thing, go back to that pump play once again, and that's kind of like the same thing happened in Norwood twice, where if Holliston had just made the tackle, or not necessarily made the tackle, but a receiver and a running back throwing the ball, if they make a mistake because they're not used to throwing the ball, something happened, but you just go for broke, and that's what Ashland did there.
After the short gain, it's 2nd and 8 for Ashland from their own 39-yard line.
4.5 minutes left in the half.
A little bit of confusion in the Ashland backfield there. It's
no confusion.
Sweep by Azalumba, but he gets buried in the backfield.
Yeah, there was no confusion in the Ashland front seven, that's for sure.
Holliston front seven.
Holliston front seven, yeah.
It's a loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Now, you got to look for Rudisil here. Make sure that you're covering him.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Ashland comes out, staring down a 3rd and 10. They'll spread out their offense. Slot to the right. And Tanuk will look there, put it up. He's got two Holliston defenders there, threw the ball into double coverage. That's number 31, Miguel De Jesus, on the coverage.
Oh, well, I'll tell you. Miguel, he got up there. He was up there, and he thought he should have had that. I'm not sure. He really was really high, kind of pounding the old thigh, saying, I wish I had gotten it. What a great defensive play by Miguel De Jesus. And he's been really coming on, too. He's been playing some really good football.
Yeah, guy got two hands on, just couldn't reel it in. Ashland's in punt formation here. This time they will punt it. It's a nice high punt. Andriola is back there, touches, he's got to cover it. That ball is live. And I think Andriola just falls on it, so it'll be Holliston ball.
Oh,
but a little precarious there, Jay.
Yeah, precarious, whatever that means. If it means bad, that's what it was. And he got out there, and I think what happened is it's a little windy still out there, and up high, it might be a little more wind, and he got back there, and Brad did. And
yeah,
they were lucky.
Not very windy today, but it has been gusty at times.
Yeah. And it just has to flow with that ball, full of air, unless you're playing the Patriots. The ball full of air, it'll go back and forth, and that's kind of what happened because Brad, I believe he's a really good center fielder too, a really good outfielder for the baseball team. So you're going kind of back with the same way with your same footwork and everything.
After the mishandled punt, Holliston will set up at their own 12-yard line. 11-yard line, excuse me. It's a quick pass to Andriola. Should be incomplete. Pass was going forward. If Brad takes a step or two in the backfield, that might be a live ball, but it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Trying to get the ball in your playmakers' hands, Andriola, and of course Harding and Connor Teague, and even Aiden Ibbotson. Get the ball in those kids' hands, and they'll do some damage for you. 3:24, the clock stopped. 10-3, Holliston up by 7. This has been a good game.
Very good game. Not a lot of scoring, but good, hard-nosed defensive game so far. Both these teams, you can tell both of them really want this game. 2nd and 10 for Holliston. It's a keeper by Lima. Finds some space into the open field. Still alive. And he will just be brought down into Ashland territory at the 36-yard line.
Well, way back in July, Tom and I would go to the passing leagues, and I saw Kawhi was out there, passing, and he and Landon Beecher, and Kawhi, I saw he could run like crazy. And it's like, wow, maybe at some point they might use him for special. I don't know. We don't get involved with the coaching, so we don't know who's doing what to who out there. But the thing is, you see him, and he's almost like Connor Teague. He's got almost that same speed. He's very deceptive runner. You saw him last week. He's running in and out and darting all over the place. And he's really, really good at being able to do that. And he's give Holliston with 2:42 a chance to come up with another touchdown here.
Hand off to Devin Harding this time. Gets a good block. Good push by the offensive line. It's a 9-yard gain. Very close to the first down, but it's going to be just a little short.
Yeah, and I've given a lot of props to the Ashland offensive line, and rightfully so. They've done a really, really good job tonight. But this Holliston offensive line, last week they just absolutely controlled the ball game, and actually both lines of scrimmage hit for Holliston.
2nd and 9 here for Holliston. Everything open in the playbook. See what they do here, but they're going to take a timeout. That's Holliston's 2nd of the half. And we'll take a break too. All right, welcome back. Holliston with a 2nd and 1 from deep inside Ashland territory from about the 28-yard line. Want to say hi to all of our viewers on YouTube from around the globe. Be sure to hit like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube feed, Holliston Hub. You can watch every game streaming live of Holliston Panthers football. 2nd and 1 here for Holliston. It's a handoff to Devin Harding. He gets through to the first down. Going to get tackled beyond the 25 to about the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Holliston.
Well, Holliston, one thing they want to do is take a little bit more time off the clock here if they can score. They'll score as soon as they can, obviously. But if they take a little bit more time off the clock and score, that will not allow Ashland much time. 1:44 left to go in the half.
Quick pass by Lima. That is incomplete, intended for Andriola. Good coverage over there from number 13, David Sales.
The safety is reading off of Kawa's pass. He's doing a good job of it, but what Kawa can do, if he has enough time and the line's giving him some time, to fake to that side and get him to get one step over and get the receiver on the other side of the field going deep, there's going to be an opening over there in the far left corner. $1:39 left to go in the half.
2nd and 10 for Holliston. This time it's a keeper by Kawhi.
Oh, yeah, knocked down.
Bad at the line. A little extra activity there.
Yeah, what's up with that? That happened at the end of the last game, and the referees have to start watching that and be aware of that. They have to know that at the end of the last game there's a little bit of that going on, and I don't think the game has been so great. We don't need any of that now.
Lima will bring him back out for a 3rd and 10. He trips wide to the right. Harding, Andriola, and Ibsen. Teague, Andriola, and Ibsen.
Great pass.
It's a completion to Andriola, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, what a nice job.
Touchdown, Panthers.
One of the things about having the ball, it was a little bit low, but it was just high enough where he could get it and bring it right into his waist. That was a really nice job. He got plenty of time from that offensive line. Again, that offensive line doing a good job. And Kawhi was able to get that ball into Andriola. And Andriola, as I said earlier, has really started to turn it on. He is really something special. Kick is up. It's good.
And with 1:27 to go in the first half, Holliston with a 17-3 lead over Ashland.
Now, what you got to remember is here that Holliston's going to get the ball at the second half to start the second half. So what Holliston wants to do right here is defensively make sure not to let Ashland score, because, as I said earlier, that what you want to be is up 3 possessions, which is you got to be up by at least 17 points. I'll tell you what, though, Ashland is giving them a game, and it's a good thing they are too, because one thing you want to do when you get in the playoffs is you want to be playing against good teams. You want to keep sharp and
you want to be tested
and the old I go back to this all the time that Tom says iron sharpens iron. So you want this. You want to be in a competitive situation.
Teague will kick it off. Nice high kick. Comes down at the 16 or so. Quickly tackled.
Now, I'm not sure if he's doing that on purpose. It looks like he is. He wants to get the kick up high so that his kickoff team can get down there and make a tackle inside the 25. But whether he's doing it on purpose or not, he's doing it, and it's working. 1:23 left to go in the first half.
David Villa again on that tackle. He's had a big game on special teams so far today.
Well, the captain, David Villa, he's always in and around stuff, wherever the ball is.
Ashland will come out 1st and 10, down 14 points now. going to be Wildcat formation.
Reverse.
And reverse to Crispin. He's gobbled up after a gain of 3 or 4.
Now, remember, Ashland, and you had warned them about this a little bit, Carlos. They've used all 3 of their timeouts now, so there's nothing to stop this clock. It's going to keep running. 105, 104 left to go.
Yeah, which means they'll probably have to go long or work the sidelines.
Yeah, they may right here try and get something deep. If they don't get it, they may just try and work the clock. Holliston does have 1 timeout left, though.
Stay in the Wildcat. This time it's going to be a keeper by Ozalumba, but he is gobbled up in the backfield.
Now, let's see if Holliston uses a timeout here. The clock is running. 40 seconds, 39.
If they do use it, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, I'm not
going to get much time on the other end of this play. Looks like Kylie's going to elect to run the clock here.
Yep.
Looks like Ashland will probably still have to run a play here, but they'll probably just sit on it.
Yeah, they'll.
And that's exactly what they'll do. They come up in a bunch formation. And there's
time
whistle
out
here,
Holliston.
and Holliston will take their last time out of the game of the half. And we'll be right back too. Welcome back to what likely will be the last play of the first half. Ashland with 3rd and 7 from their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, and you better be ready for anything right here. Reverses, passes, anything. Make sure Rudisill is covered well.
6 seconds left on the clock. It's just an inside handoff to Ozalumba. He is just devoured in the backfield by the Holliston D-line. And that'll be the end of the first half. With the score, Holliston 17, Ashland 3. We'll be back with second half action. Welcome back to Kamitian Field, where the Holliston Panthers are enjoying a 17-3 lead over the Ashland Clockers at halftime. We're just about to kick off the second half. Give you a quick scoring summary here. Started off with a 24-yard field goal from Connor Teague in the first quarter. Ashland came back and responded with a field goal of their own. This one was by Aaron Wolf. And then we started to see some offense in the second quarter. A 57-yard touchdown pass from Kawhi Lima to Connor Teague. The Panthers following that up with another second quarter touchdown, this time a 23-yard touchdown pass to Brad Andriola. So Kawhi Lima with 2 big touchdown passes in the first half to drive this offense.
Well, 2 first down passes, and the other thing that he had, Carlos, was that great run that put him in scoring position again right before the Andriola pass.
So, Jay, what did the Panthers have to do to seal up this win here? Obviously, this game's still wide open, only a 14-point lead with half a game to go. What do they have to do to seal it?
I think you got to be mad. I think what you got to do is say, we're only up 17-3. We got to be playing better, and let's get in there and let's play hard. Now, I know they're playing very well. I personally don't have any issue with it. But I think what their thinking is, and maybe the coaching staff's thinking is, and of course we don't have any indication what the coaches tell the kids at halftime, but saying, come on, guys, let's get out there. We can do better than this. If they go out just with that attitude and try and take this game over, if they can score on this possession here, and they go up 3 possessions, that's going to be really, really hard for Ashland to come back to score 3 times and against Holliston, and then make the 2 extra points in order to do that. And so I don't know if Ashland has that. The other thing with Ashland is they got to come out, and they're one of 2 things. They're either going to say, we're still in this, we're close, we can play with these guys, which I think is what they probably think, and they should, and good for them if they do. Or they can come out and say, hey, not bad, we 17-3, okay, we're going to lose, but at least it wasn't as bad as last week. You really don't know. I mean, young kids, you don't know how they're going to react to this, and this stuff. But I would think both teams are going to come out and really want to establish Holliston offensively and Ashland defensively on this first possession. The other thing is, watch this run back. Holliston be able to run back against Ashland last week.
Aaron Wolf gets a start. It's another onside attempt. This time it is executed by Ashland, and they will get the ball back to start the second half.
Yep, they're nicely played. That's exactly what you want to do as a kicker. You want to get that ball, and you want to have it take a couple moves and then jump up in the air. And that's kind of what happened there, and Holliston wasn't able to get it. Ashland takes over, and now they got a chance to come over and score a touchdown and get right back in this thing.
Exactly what Ashland was looking for to start this second half. They are in business at the Holliston 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback Cam Antonuke brings them out. They start out in the gunk formation. It's a handoff to number 8, Jason Crispin. He is tackled in the backfield. See what the spot is, but not much of a gain there.
Yeah, was that looked like I didn't see was that Austin Rodenheiser to come in from the outside. Somebody from Holliston came all the way around from the outside and got him from the back, and that's what Holliston's able to do. He's using his speed to do that.
Yeah, it was Givens actually.
Oh, that was
21.
Givens? Okay.
2nd and 10 for Ashland. It's a handoff to Ozulumba on the carry there. That's good for a couple of yards.
And now Ashland's got to open it up right here. They can't afford to keep running and getting into these 4th and really longs.
Yeah, and you got to figure after gambling on that onside kick, they're going to go for it on 4th down too.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, it's Rudisill who I would make sure that I'm covering very, very closely. He likes to throw a lot of times. Antonuke likes to throw over on the right-hand side, his right-hand side, which is his natural side.
Split backfield, man in motion. That's number 11, Devin O'Brien. It's a quick pass to Crispin. Little wheel route, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, and once again, throw into that right-hand side. And, at this point, Holliston's going to figure out that that's going to be the strong side. Now, that doesn't mean he can't throw to the left, but he enjoys throwing to the right, and that's his comfort zone. Meanwhile, it's a big first down for them, and with 10:20 left to go in the third quarter, they're moving the ball.
Absolutely. After getting that onside kick, if they can get any sort of points out of this drive, it'll be huge. Clock running with 10:08 to go in the third quarter. First and 10 Ashland from the Holliston 22-yard line. It's a handoff to Crispin. He is tackled after a gain of a couple.
Yeah, and what's happening is, though, they're gaining some yardage here, and, they got 2 or 3 right there, maybe close to 4, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a 5-yard gain there. It's a 2nd and 5, a long 5.
Right, and that Holliston can't afford that. Holliston's going to keep them in 3rd and long.
Holliston a little bit on their heels right now to start the second half.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Ashland wants. They want to control the ball, control the clock.
Split backfield for Ashland, 2nd and 6. It's a keeper by Antonuk. I think he's going to get the first down here. No, he's going to be short, depending on the spot, but I think it's short.
Yeah, it looks a little bit short, probably actually about 1.5 yards short.
Yeah, it's a long yard there for 3rd down. Call it 3rd and 2.
One other thing you want to be careful of here, if they get this going and they're making 3 or 4 yards on each one of these downs, and they get into the end zone, they could go for 2. And that would be a big thing for them to get that possession, less than 1 possession lead.
It's a double handoff.
Touchdown.
Inside to Crispin. He finds the end zone. It's an 15-yard touchdown run from Jason Crispin. And the Ashland Clockers are right back in it.
Yeah, and that's Coach McKay, right off the bat. Going to be aggressive. I'm playing to win. I'm not playing to not lose. I'm playing to win. And he gets out here and the onside kick, and that's executed extremely well. And then he gets another trick play. I would go for 2 here if I was them, but they're going for 1, and they got it.
And with 8:22 to go in the third quarter, Ashland scores, and Holliston leads 17-10.
Yeah, and you better be careful here again, because if they onside kick here, you're going to want to make sure you get it. The other thing that this might do is these onside kicks, it might make Holliston kind of change and bring a couple people up, and that's going to open up the middle of that field for an onside kick, for a little chip shot. Now, of course, the other side of that is what happened in the first half, where the onside kick was fielded by David Viller, and Holliston was able to take it and go downfield and score, and a play or 2 later.
A 14-yard touchdown run from Jason Crispin, just what the Ashland doctors ordered.
Now, see how Ashland, see what they're doing here, Carlos? They're setting up, now they're bringing everybody up front, like the hands team up front. This is where they can chip that ball right over the top of those guys. They're going back a little bit now, so that's okay. But if they can chip it over the top of those guys, they can get that ball too.
Holliston already previously mishandled a punt in this game. So the Ashland special teams kind of licking their chops here. It's another onside attempt. This time it's hauled down. I think that's Lima. It is. Quad Lima brings down the onside kick attempt, and Holliston sets up at their own 46-yard line.
Now, Holliston obviously hopes that Ashland doesn't score again and doesn't have to face an onside kick again. But I'll tell you, they're going to keep doing it. That almost worked there, too. That's very good. That kicker is very talented at doing that. And he's getting that big hop that everybody looks for. Now, Holliston, as I said this a little bit earlier in the game, what Holliston might want to do is just say, we want to just get in there and we want to score and score quickly here with 8:20 left to go in the third. Holliston up 17-10.
Quad Lima really showing his jumps on that onside attempt. He hands the ball off now.
that Devin?
It's Connor Teague. Devin Harding on the carry. It's good for 4 yards on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
On 4, 2nd and 6. Devin Harding, ball carrier.
Trips right for Holliston.
Whoa!
And that is almost intercepted by Jason Crispin. He had nothing but green in front of him. Would have been a touchdown if he had held on to it.
Green plastic and those little black things in it. There's nothing but that left. You got to be very, very careful. You know, you only have one possession here. You cannot do that.
Devin Harding. 3rd and 6.
And that screen, that outside screen off the trips to the outside here, you know, they're going to the well maybe a little bit too often because Ashland is playing that very, very well.
One possession game here with 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Holliston looking at 3rd and 6 from midfield. That might be offside, but looks like it's not. And Holliston gets a first down anyway, but there is a flag. Very late flag. That might be coming back.
Absolutely not sure what that is.
Looked like Ashland got away with a play in the neutral zone.
Oh.
And then Holliston getting called for illegal man downfield.
On the screen. That can happen on those screen passes.
So a major swing there that goes Ashland's way. Wipe the first down off the board, and Holliston now looking at 3rd and 11.
Well, Holliston did a great job, that front line, of picking up the blitzer and giving Lima the time to get the ball out. But somebody released a little bit early, and that can happen on the screen passes. You know, you want to get out there, you're a blocker, you want to let the guy kind of chip in a little bit, and then you can get out there and do some blocking.
It's now 3rd and 11 from the 45-yard line of Holliston. Kawhi drops back, unloads, and it's incomplete to Connor Teague. Just had it in his fingertips.
Yeah, he was gone. He was gone if he caught that one.
Now it brings up 4th and 11.
I think you want to punt. I think you want to punt here.
And that's what Kylie elects to do, sends out the punting team. And we'll see Connor Teague in punt formation for the first time tonight.
Yeah, with a one-possession game, you don't want to put them in too much danger. Now, Connor Teague is a great punter. Connor Teague is a great runner. So you got to be a little careful here if you're Ashland.
Teague gets it off. It's a little squibber that gets a great Holliston bounce at the end of it. And it'll be inside the 30-yard line. Ashland will set up at their own 29-yard line. 7:01 to go in the third quarter. Holliston leading 17-10.
Well, this is not a 41-0 game, that's for sure. And, you know, these two teams are really going at it. And right now, the momentum, you know, I'd have to say, is over there in the blue and white. And Holliston's defense is going to have to come out here, have a stop, and be able to get the ball back for their offense and let the offense drive downfield. But as of now, this Ashland team is moving pretty well downfield. 7:01 left to go in the third.
Ashland's got to be feeling the confidence now. Antonuk brings them out in the pistol formation, mishandles the snap, and he is finally brought down in the backfield. Looks like Max Morrow and Matt Bazisco in there on the sack. It's a loss of 3 yards.
Well, that was big, and what you got to do now, Carlos, is take advantage of this opportunity, get in there and stop them on second down and put them back into 3rd and long. But Ashland, one thing that they've done now is they've shown that they're not just going to go to the run game. They'll come out of these situations and throw the ball too.
2nd and 12 for Ashland. Antonuk drops back, unloads. It is incomplete, but there are flags all over the place. This looks like it's going to be defensive pass interference and a first down for Ashland. And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is, and you got to be careful. You've got to be careful here.
Don't want to give Ashland any free downs, free first downs.
Absolutely.
Especially through penalty, but in general, and here they are now driving.
They're up now at their own 44 and closing into midfield, and you don't want them. This is the problem when you're facing this Ashland team. They'll start controlling the clock with their running game as long as you let them do it.
1st and 10 for Ashland. It's a handoff to, see who's at the bottom of that pile there. Number 8, Jason Crispin. Finds a little hole and gets 3 yards out of that.
See, and that's what they did. They did this against Norwood. They did this against Westwood. They start using this offense, and they'll run, and they'll be happy with 3. They'll be happy with 4. Just make a first down, and then they'll break a run. And that's how they get the score. And meanwhile, they've eaten up a lot of clock.
Jason Crispin's a great little runner. He has very low center of gravity. He can find some nooks when he needs to. 2nd down for Ashland, 2nd and 8. They motion to the right. It's a direct snap to Ozalumba, but he is tackled immediately. That is Jimmy Parmisi.
That was a great tackle, and you have to get in there and stop. What are they doing? Putting it way up there?
Yeah, it's no gain on the play. It looked like he was in the backfield.
Yeah, I thought he was definitely behind the 45-yard line. But anyway, now it's 3rd and long again, and you got them in that position, and you've got to stop them here. If you can stop them here, Ashland's going to punt the ball because they're not going to give Holliston a short field again.
Big 3rd down here for Ashland, 3rd and 8 after the no gain. Shotgun snap to Antonuk. He's pressured in the backfield. C.J. Pacheco bringing him down. He's beyond the line of scrimmage, but that's going to bring up 4th and 5. Ashland's lining up quickly. See if they try to catch them off sides or if they actually run a play here.
Well, last 2 times they did this, they called a timeout. I don't know if they want to call another timeout here.
Panther fans starting to come alive here and making some noise on 4th down. 4th and 4 for Ashland. And they might just drain the clock here and take a timeout.
I don't get that. I mean, Coach McKay is a way better coach than I would ever hope to be, but I don't understand that because you're in a situation where you want to run your offense and you want to run out the clock and this and everything else. But the last thing you want to do when you're behind in a 1-and-out situation in a playoff game, you're behind by a possession, the last thing you want to do is use your timeout.
Yeah, and we mentioned this in the first half, Jay, right? Like, they're going to want these timeouts at the end of the game. We're still only with 3:57 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
Imagine how much more important those timeouts will be if, you get the ball back with, under 2 minutes to go or some situation like that. You almost want to, even if you're going to punt it anyway, you almost might want to take a delay of game, right? But if you're going to go for it, you better have a really good play coming out of this timeout.
Yeah. Okay, now, you better be ready for anything here. Be ready for anything.
That's Ashland's first time out of the second half. They spread it out really wide. Linemen and everything, almost sort of a swinging gate type of formation here.
Holliston takes a timeout. And that's what they wanted to do. See, they wanted to force that Holliston timeout. Holliston there, you can't prepare for that because I've seen several, this is the 4th time I've seen Ashland play, and I've never seen them do that. And so if it's not on tape, the coaching staff isn't going to do that. But that's almost where you just want to say, okay, put our best defenders here, 4 or 5 guys, and go and get that guy.
Yeah.
Go and get that quarterback. Don't let him throw the ball.
We have still a 4th and 4 for Ashland, coming out of Holliston's first time out of the second half.
3:57 left to go in the third quarter. A third quarter that's turning into a pretty long one here.
It's turned into a battle is what it has, Jay.
Yep.
Two teams that played each other exactly a week ago, and the outcome was 41-0. Never would you ever expect that.
Well, you and I have both seen a lot of football games, and I would expect anything.
All right, Ashland comes out in a more traditional shotgun formation. O'Brien motions to the right. It's a quick swing pass to Crispin. He gets tackled in the backfield, but there are flags on the play.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here. It's a great defensive play by the Panthers.
Obviously, if this is against Ashland, it's going to be declined.
Illegal shift by Ashland, so that will be declined.
Yep.
Panthers will take over in Ashland territory.
Yeah, and they better take advantage of this opportunity. They really should. This is, you're getting down to that point of the game where you want to be at least 2 possessions ahead, and hopefully, like I said earlier, you want to be 3 possessions ahead.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from just outside the 45-yard line, from the 46.
Yeah, and it's on the left hash mark out there, so it opens up this whole right side here, and Lima can go to either side. He likes to sometimes run to the left, sometimes run to the right, but if he can get out here with his wide receivers, it's going to give him an opportunity to get some more space out here.
We start at the 46, 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 from 46 of Ashland for the Panthers. T comes in motion, gets the handoff. It's a sweep to the right side. All that open space you just talked about, Jay.
First down.
It's going to be close to the first down, and there's a flag on the play now, very late. This has got to be post-play here. Dead ball foul, probably. And the way Holliston's reacting, this might be against Ashland.
I thought he pointed to Holliston, either holding or blocking the back. Oh,
dead ball personal foul on the Clockers.
Wow.
That is killer for Ashland.
15 more
yards.
It's
going to be first down plus another 15 yards.
Sometimes you get into these games and something small happens at the end of the game and no one really notices. Well, one of the things they noticed last week is that Ashland 3 or 4 times at the end of the game, when the game was over, just took Holliston players and threw them down on the ground, and they get called for penalties. And I'm sure they talked to these guys about that and said, don't let any of that stuff happen. And maybe that's exactly what happened there. So 3:36 to go. Clock is running.
Panthers are in business. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Kawhi Lima in the shotgun. He'll just keep the snap and take it himself.
Whoa.
Gets hit hard on the outside, but he gets it to about the 11. It'll be 2nd and short.
Yeah, good call, Los. He got hit hard, but he also hit the other guy hard, too. They both went at it. And Kawhi's a tough kid, He gets in there and he likes to bang around a little bit with these guys. He's not afraid to do that.
2nd and 1 from just outside the 10-yard line. Another keeper by Lima. He is free for another 9 yards or so, very close to the goal line.
Oh, he smells it now. He wants it. He wants it now. This is what he did early on in the game last week against Ashland, cutting right up the middle, inside, outside. He really wants it. Of course, you got Devin Harding back there, too, who can take the ball in from here. Here goes Kawhi.
Lima looking like Thomas Castellanos with all of these quarterback keepers.
He actually lost a little bit there.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line now.
Now, if you have a special play you want to run it on 2nd down because you don't want to run it on 3rd down and then have to rely on the 4th down.
This time it's a handoff to Harding.
Just shy, right at about the 1-foot line.
Very close to the end zone is Harding on that run. A little bit of a quiet night from Devin Harding tonight. We'll see if he can pop one in here.
Yeah, but you always got him there. He's always there. And they have to. Ashland really has to respect them. A lot of the runs that these other guys get are because people are keying on Devin Harding because he's so darn good that you got to protect against him.
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line for Holliston.
Yeah, this is 8-on-8 right here, football.
Handoff is to Harding, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, let me tell you, that play was a great play by the offensive line right there. They opened up a hole that maybe, just maybe, you or I could have gone through. Well, you might have, maybe not me. But they opened up a really nice hole. I didn't see if that was a cross block in there or not, but it was done really well, and Devin was able to get in there. And that's the guy, like you said, Carlos, maybe here and there, maybe he's not piling up the yards or anything or even getting that many runs, but the kick is up and good. He's so good. Devin is so good that you got to respect him. You got to watch wherever he is, and you got to understand that he might get the ball at any time.
With 1:25 to go in the 3rd quarter, Devin Harding's touchdown run extends Holliston lead to 24-10.
Okay, now what you want to do is now you can really attack on defense. Before you had to be a little careful in case somebody got out, but now with a 2-possession lead, you can come in here and really start attacking this Ashland team. Holliston will kick off. He's had some good kicks tonight. He's kicked that high, lofty kick, allowing his kickoff team to get down there and hold their lanes. They get down there and make the tackles.
We'll see what he elects to do here, whether go for height or distance. Might want to keep the Ashland kick returners out of the game, down 14 points. And that one will find the turf before it's picked up by Crispin, but he is down immediately. That's Kylie Vargas on the special teams tackle.
Well, Vargas on special teams did a great job. He actually did a nice touchdown running out of the ward over there in Medfield, and he's really fast and he's really good. And he gets down there, and boy, oh boy, and the Ashland returner, he found the ball like you said, but Vargas found the returner. So once again, a great kick recovery, great kick coverage, and you're down at like the 22.5-yard line, and and put Ashland in a situation where they got to drive quite a ways here.
Yeah, it wasn't a very long kick, but it was very well covered. Ashland setting up at just beyond their 20, at their 22-yard line. First down for the Clockers. It's a handoff to Crispin. Again, sneaking through one of those holes for a good 2 or 3 yards.
Now, the other situation that Ashland runs into here is they're extremely good, and we know they're very good at running the football. And they don't, like I said earlier, they like to get 2 or 3 yards at a whack. They don't care. They're going to kill the clock. Well, it's inside of a minute left in the 3rd quarter here, and I'm not saying the clock is an issue right now, but if you're going to take this ball and march 7 or 8 minutes down the field, then it's going to be an issue.
Spot actually gives Ashland a 2nd and 5 from their own 27-yard line.
They might want to throw right here. Let's see.
Split backfield. Crispin and Ozalumba. It's a keeper by Antonuke. He gets free for a big gain. Takes it all the way to midfield before he's tackled by Matt Gimblett.
Great job by Gimblett. That was a touchdown saving tackle. And that's what I said, they'll go 2 or 3 yards, they'll go 3 or 4 yards, and then the next time what happens is they break a big play, a long play, and then they end up either scoring a touchdown or they get down where they should be.
Yeah, now for the first time tonight, we're really starting to see this big Ashland offensive line start to assert themselves. 1st and 10 from midfield for the Clockers. The ball is very lowly snapped before Antonuke gets it off.
Wow, that was a great
catch. That's
catch.
Complete to number 22, Robbie Rudizel.
Yeah, I told you as a basketball player, and he got up high for that rebound. He went way up in the air for that, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the end of the 3rd quarter comes with Holliston leading 24-10, and we'll be right back with 4th quarter action. 2nd and 7 for Ashland.
Yeah, I'd look for something here, Carlos. I'd look for something. You know, they come out of these timeouts and these, change of quarters and everything, and they sometimes like to do something special. So just be aware that something might be going on here.
Ball is not lined up with the down marker. Now it is. Clocker's in Panther territory. It's a keeper by Antonuk. He does not find the edge, though. He's brought down by the Panthers. Looks like Matt Bazisco there on the tackle.
Yeah, and he looks like he didn't get any yardage there. Looks like there's no change. So 3rd down and 7 here. So the last 12 minutes of regulation coming here, and 24-7, 24-10, Holliston up by 14 points, same as they were at halftime. Each team got a touchdown in that third quarter. Long third quarter time-wise for us.
Ashley comes back out for 3rd and 7 from the Holliston 47-yard line. It's a handoff to Crispin, but he gets nothing. Actually tackled in the backfield by a host of Panthers, led by Jimmy Parmisi.
Yeah. And now let's see what happens. Again, the clock is running because still almost 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter. The 10:50 left to go, running time here. Let's see. Oh, looks like they're going for it.
And Ashland does come back out for 4th down. Crispin alone in the backfield with Antonuk. Antonuk drops back, lets loose a pass that is complete. To number 8,
wow,
Crispin.
This is going to matter where they mark this and how they mark this.
I think they're going to get it, Jay, because the near side ref is beyond the 40-yard line. They needed to get to the 40.
Yep, first down.
So this is going to be a 1st down. Just a clutch throw and catch by Ashland there. Antonuk to Crispin.
Yeah, and one of the things that we haven't seen a lot of is Holliston getting into that offensive backfield. That offensive line is changed up. Holliston was in there a lot last week, but Ashland, the Ashland coaching staff, and the players over there are doing a nice job of keeping that Holliston defense in the the C.J. Pachicos and Villas and those guys. They usually get in there and start making some tackles.
1st and 10 from Ashland. It's a keeper by Antonuk. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like Bazisco was first in there.
Well, Bazisco's having a good game tonight, and he always has a good game, and he's playing hard. And that was even a loss, it looks like. So
yeah, loss of 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 11.
Now we know we're in 4-down territory here, so they still got 3 chances to do this. But I would like to see at some point these Holliston getting in. They're doing a great job at the line of scrimmage of not letting them be on the line of scrimmage, but it'd be nice to get in there and make a sack.
2nd and 11. It's a handoff to Osalumba. He is brought down close to the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard out of that, maybe 2. We have a man down, so we'll take a break.
Okay, they're bringing James Givens up. Little limp. They're not quite sure what's going on there. We're certainly not going to guess at it.
Yeah, he was involved in that tackle there. Good play
He had a great play.
to make it 3rd and long for Ashland.
Okay, clock's still running now. It's down to 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Be 3rd and 9 for Ashland at the Holliston 39-yard line. Antonuke drops back. It's a little screen pass to O'Brien, but he doesn't get very far before he's tackled.
From behind, that was...
Number 50, Jimmy Parmisi, and number 26, Matt Gimblett, in a great play.
Well, Jimmy Parmisi, he's going both ways tonight. He's hit offense and defense, and that offensive front line is doing great, and Jimmy's doing a great job on defense, too.
4th down for Ashland. They need this one. 8:24 to go in the game. Antonuke in shotgun formation. Ozalumba next to him.
Plenty of time. The 10 seconds hasn't even started yet. So they got
Ashland changing up the play at the line here. Let's see what Andrew McKay dials up here. Antonuke drops back, lets loose. Pass that is complete to Crispin.
For a first down.
And that is good enough for the first down.
Well, they almost got in there. Holliston almost got to them that time, but Antonuke was able to get that ball off and did a nice job of getting it off to Crispin. And Crispin's really all over the field tonight for them.
He's been having a great game, both running the ball and catching it. It's 1st and 10 for Ashland from the Holliston 28-yard line. We're back in the gunk formation. It's a handoff to Ozalumba. He gets strung out wide right. Looks like it's a gain of about 2 or 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, that's interesting. I really thought that he was running that ball really well. I thought he got about 5 or 6 yards. So to only get 3 and get out of it with that, with 7:31 left to go. And again, I'm thinking at some point here, Ashland's going to have to go deep somehow, either passing or a big run or something, because they're going to have to start scoring a little more quickly here.
2nd and 7 from the 25. Ashland motions out to the left. It's a wildcat run to the left by Ozalumba. He finds the edge and is tackled close to the first down.
Yeah, I think he got it.
It's Miguel DeJesus on the tackle.
That's what they needed. They need that first down like that. And Holliston now, you said it a little earlier, Carlos, about how that Ashland offensive line is doing a job out there, and they're doing a good job right now.
Another wildcat from Ashland. Ozalumba takes it to his right. Finds the edge, but he's met there by the Holliston defense. That's 28, Austin Rodenheiser, 42, Matt Bazisco in there.
Gain of about 2. They're really containing well along the edges. It was just, I thought I saw somebody just kind of miss a tackle there, but they're doing a good job containing him on the edges and not letting him get out for deep runs here.
2nd and 7 for Ashland from the Holliston 14-yard line. They're threatening here with 6:25 to go in the game. It's a handoff to Crispin. Badenkoff finds him, tries to bring him back. He stood up.
He did a good job, Badenkoff. I have never seen these last 2 weeks so many tackles being made from behind in a situation like that. You know, normally it's one-on-one, they face up and they come, but Holliston is coming inside so quickly that they're able to make those tackles from behind.
5:53, the clock is running. Ashland needs to score on this possession if they want to stay in this game and in these D4 playoffs. O'Brien motions to the right. It's a keeper by Antonuke, but he's met by Badenkoff. And looks like David Villa in there as well.
They'll line him right back up. They had 2 plays called in the huddle.
Ashland moving quickly here. Ozalumba and Crispin splitting the backfield. Antoniuk behind them.
Holliston blitz.
Antoniuk lobs one up. If flags fly, this will probably be pass interference against Holliston.
Now, this will be a first down because they'll mark it off, but it is not. It's not where it occurred. It's just a penalty. Holliston play gets up a little gimpy. Something really happened down there because there was a whole bunch of laundry thrown that time. Exactly 5 minutes left to go in this ball game.
That was Matt Gimlet on the coverage there in the corner of the end zone. I think he was working against Rittisil.
Yeah, pass interference.
It is pass interference against Holliston. The ball will be placed at the 8-yard line.
Oh, it wasn't a...
It's not a first down. It looks like it's 4th and 1. Ashland comes out in the gunk formation. It's a handoff to Crispin. He gets the first down, it looks like. They needed only a yard, and I think they got it. They did.
Yeah,
first down, Ashland.
First and goal now.
Really good-looking drive here from Ashland, but they are working against the clock. 4:40 to go in the game.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, it's, I guess you would call it a paradox or a conundrum or something, is that what do you do? We're doing a really good job running the ball, but we got to get it in pretty quickly here because we could be running out of time.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of time on the huddle here. 4:21 to go and counting.
Especially, Carlos, if the play is a running play. That's a lot of time in the huddle for a running play. This might be a pass.
Holliston will take it gladly. Another motion by the offense, and it's a keeper by Antoniuk. Interesting play call there.
Yeah.
First and goal from the 8, and it's just a little turnaround keeper by Antoniuk. It's good for maybe a yard.
Clock is at now 3:55 and running.
Second and goal for the Clockers. Under 4 minutes to go in this game. It's a little toss to Uzalumba, and he gets free.
Did not score.
Squirts ahead, short of the goal line. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
One of the other things, when you have this many plays in these drives, something can always go wrong, too, for the offense.
Ashland will have 2 plays to score here. It's another turnaround keeper from Antoniuk.
He's in.
This time he is in. Touchdown, Clockers.
3:22 left to go. Now it gets interesting. What do you do if you're Ashland? Do you go for 2 here? Or do you kick the extra point? I personally would go for 2. Because you have 2 shots at going for 2 if you want to tie the game.
Yeah, and even if you miss it, it's still a 1-possession game.
Right.
8-point game. But I think they're going to play it safe, go for the 7, or maybe not.
Nope,
they're going to motion into a offensive formation here. It's a toss to Uzalumba. He is stopped short of the goal line. 2-point attempt is no good.
But that's okay, because if you score again, you have that opportunity.
Yes.
Now what Holliston needs to do is say, no matter what, if we can drive the ball and keep the ball away from them, the game's going to be over anyway. Each team only has 2 timeouts left. 3:22 left to go in what has turned out to be a really, really exciting game, a good game. Good job by Ashland, good job by that coaching staff to get that team ready to come over here and really give Holliston a battle. It's been really a lot of fun doing this game.
We should notice that this is the first-round game in the D4 playoffs. Holliston in the same bracket as Scituate, Wayland, Middleborough, Marblehead, Grafton, and South High Community. We do have some scores coming in. Scituate leading 21-14 in the first half. That game did start at 7, so they're a little bit behind us. In Tewksbury on the other side of the bracket, Tewksbury Memorial up 14-0. Number 1 seed in the entire D4 playoffs this year is Duxbury.
Well, Holliston had, by far, for the teams that qualified for the playoffs in D4, by far they had the toughest schedule, and they got a lot of points for having that strength of schedule. But they also, with these last 3 or 4 games that they've played, they were able to get that margin of victory up so high that they were able to move all the way up to second place in the division and get out of that bracket, to get out of that the Duxbury bracket. So here we go. Let's see if we get another onside kick here.
Aaron Wolf squibs it, and it's directly kicked to, see who came up with that. Number 1, Connor Teague.
Well, that time it didn't do that little bounce, or the big bounce that he had to do. But I'll tell you what, that kicker over there is a really good kicker. He really knows how to kick onside kicks, and he had a lot of those. They take one little bounce, 2 little bounce, and then that big hop. He had 2 or 3 of those tonight. He's really done a nice job for them here.
That Scituate score is of particular importance to us, Jay, because the winner of this game will play the winner of Scituate and Wayland.
Yep.
In the second round game. That's a 7-10 seeded game.
Yeah, Scituate's 5-3, Wayland 6-2, but Scituate's played a much stronger schedule.
Holliston comes out in the fourth quarter with their offense. It's a handoff to Devin Harding. He powers forward for a gain of 2 or 3.
And you mentioned about Devin Harding and how he wasn't getting a lot of action in the game, and he really wasn't. This is a time you need Devin Harding right here. You need about 2 first downs here. As the clock is running, it's now 2:59 and still running here. And you take this clock down as far as you possibly can. And you get the ball to Devin Harding, and he's the guy that's going to get you no pun intended, the hard yardage here.
3.5 yards in a cloud of rubber pellets.
Oh.
Keeper by Kawhi Lima. Looks for the edge and finds it. Still on his feet. Bouncing around the turf.
Yeah.
Finally pulled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Great first down run by Kawhi Lima.
Yeah, 150 seconds left to go in this game. And now after each play here, I think what's going to happen is that you're going to see Ashland starting to use some of their timeouts. Because if they don't, they're just going to totally run out of time.
And they have 2 remaining. They did use one of these timeouts in the third quarter. We're hearing that Grafton is up 14-0 over South High.
Another
It's a
nice
first down run from Devin Harding.
Well, that Grafton, I saw Grafton play South High, and South High beat them. And South High have some big kids there. They have some big linemen. But Grafton was good. I remember Grafton, of course, we played that game and down 12-0 and came back in the rain to win it 14-12, scoring 14 second-half points. And that's a good matchup for Holliston. They have some big, strong, and very fast defensive players over there in Grafton.
To mention 2 other TVL teams in this D4 playoffs, Norwood and Westwood. We'll get to them in a little bit. Second down for Holliston. It's another keeper by Lima. Bounces outside to the edge. Gets pulled down close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be a timeout for Ashland with 1:40 left to go. We're going to keep it here while we have some time. First of all, before we forget, tonight we want to thank Bruce Guilfoyle. He's doing a great job. He sets this up for us and everything, and sets up the whole situation and comes here and sets up the cameras and this and that and everything. Thank you, Bruce. You're doing a great job for HCAT or HUD or whatever it is this week. And El Tomaso, Tom Harmon up top on the camera at the second half. See, Bruce is pretty smart. What Bruce does is he takes the upstairs camera in the first half.
While it's still sunny out.
It's still sunny, a little bit warm, and he does that. And then Thomas is really happy until he finds out he's got to go up there, and it's cold. 1:40 left to go in this game, 24-16.
We mentioned the other TVL teams in this bracket. Norwood is playing Burlington. That's a 5-12 matchup. And then our good friends Westwood have Somerset Berkeley. That is an 8-9 seeded game. So you never know. It could be a all-TVL Super Bowl.
Well, Tri-Valley League is – you look at it this year and you kind of think, well, they're not that strong, but they are. I mean, Westwood's got a good team. Westwood might win that game. Norwood could easily win that game. You know, Holliston or Ashland is going to win this game. One of the two of these guys.
And Holliston has just taken their second timeout.
So we will take a timeout here.
Coming out of the Holliston timeout, it's 3rd and 10 from the Ashland 37-yard line.
A first down here will ice it. But there's a long way to go for Holliston.
And it comes out in the shotgun formation. Devin Harding to the left of him. Drops back. Feels the pressure. Unloads one just out of the reach of Blake Harper.
Now, what that does is that saves a timeout for Ashland. So Ashland has one timeout left.
4th down now for the Panthers.
So unless they get a first down, this ball is going to be turned over to Ashland, and they're going to have probably something like 1 minute and 25 seconds left and one timeout. I mean, the book on that is, you know, obviously run the ball and everything. But, you know, as far as Coach Kiley is thinking is that they expect us to run the ball. This might be a good opportunity to throw it. And, you know, they take the chances with it.
And as Holliston takes their final time out of the game, we'll take 1-2. Welcome back as Holliston lines up for a 4th down here in the 4th quarter. 1:35 to go in this game. Ball is at the Ashland 37-yard line. It's a little pooch kick by Kawhi Lima.
See if it stays in. Yeah, they want to get that. Let it go. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Let it roll.
Aiden Ibbotson trying to fan the ball a little bit farther away, but it didn't work.
Well, they heard me. That's why.
And Ashland will set up first down on their own 13-yard line, down one possession with 1:26 to go in this game, Jay.
Yeah, what they have to do is two things. They have to get in and score a touchdown with one timeout and 1:26 left in this game, and then they got to get the 2-point conversion, and then they have to go into overtime. So let's see how this works out. They're going to probably work the sidelines. You got to understand that.
Expect nothing less from these two TVL rivals. First and 10 for the Clockers. Antonuk drops back and lets loose one that is incomplete. Kevin Sahajian on the coverage. That's David Sales that was intended for. Second down. 1:22 left in the ball game.
You cannot let these receivers get behind you. You can't do it. You've got to even if they catch the ball, you've got to get that ball and you got to tackle them. Cannot let them get behind you like that.
Ashland with one timeout left. Antonuk drops back, lets loose one. It's complete. That's 22, Robbie Rudisill.
Yeah, you see now.
It's a first down.
And what happens is, you look like, okay, you got a long field to go. But if you're going to take 5 seconds and every 5 seconds get 10 yards, Holliston's going to be in trouble.
1st and 10 Ashland from their own 23-yard line. They are clicking now. Down 8 points. They need to get the ball in the end zone. 1:17 to go.
Well, what they need is to run some kind of a blitz or something, a stunt or something, and get a sack here.
Antoniuk rolls out to his right. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Sales. It'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10.
Holliston almost got that sack right there.
2nd and 10.
You've got to be putting pressure on this quarterback. If you put pressure on him, you got a chance maybe to get a turnover and end this ball game. But boy, they're taking it right down to the end, aren't they?
Antoniuk brings them out. Spread formation. Twins to the right and left. Crispin in the backfield. Antoniuk drops back.
They almost had
Finds some space ahead of him, keeps it. He is close to the 1st down. He's pushed out of bounds by Matt Bazisco.
They almost got him, and he wisely went out of bounds. And once again, 104 left, 13 seconds, and he's almost made a 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 4 from the Ashland 30-yard line.
104 to go on the clock.
Clock stopped with the out-of-bounds play. 3rd and 4 from the 30. Antoniuk rolls to his right. Pressure from Villa. Pass is complete.
Yeah, but it stayed in bounds.
But it is inbounds. Clock will keep running.
Yeah, that's a timeout.
That's Devin O'Brien on the reception.
That'll be a timeout for Ashland.
That's their last time out of the game.
All right.
We'll keep it here as this game, 55 seconds left, is about to come to a close. Maybe.
Maybe. We might be here for a lot longer. Who knows? 55 seconds left to go in regulation. Well, I will say once again, I give Ashland a tremendous amount of credit for coming in here and doing what they did tonight. Holliston played a really good game. It's not like Holliston rolled over. They played a really good game, and Ashland came in and showed that they were a much better team than what happened to them last week.
They absolutely did.
And I'll tell you, I had so many people say to me, why they bought what's it say, they're going to kill them and this and that. And I said, well, you just don't understand. You don't understand how this works, A couple things go right, couple things go wrong, and all of a sudden you're in a tight ball game. And tonight, one of the things that went right for Ashland is that offensive line of theirs, and they really should be saluted.
And here we go again with the little swinging gate action from Ashland. They're going to snap it.
Got him! Oh, you got it.
Oh, that's incomplete. Or actually, it's behind the line of scrimmage, so that ball is live.
Oh, intercepted.
C.J. Pacheco catches it.
Go!
Still on his feet. He's brought down all the way to the 10-yard line. Inside the 10, that's where Holliston will set up. 41 seconds left in this game.
I think that wasn't that CJ that got him on the. We have to see the replay on this. I think it was CJ right there.
Yes, exactly.
And then he gets up.
CJ Pacheco makes the almost tackle on Antoniuk, and then has the wherewithal to bring it out of the sky and rumbles all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Oh, I wanted him to get that touchdown. I really wanted to get that. CJ.
That might be our Matt Mealy front runner.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. We finally got one. 41 seconds left to go, and Holliston will kneel down twice, and that should
Joey
do it.
Tomaselli brings them out into the war, or kneel-down formation, I guess. And that's exactly what he does.
And
what a win, Jay.
What a great ball game.
We're hearing that Scituate is currently up 34 to 14 at halftime in their game.
So I'm guessing.
So it might be a Scituate-Holliston matchup again.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be Friday night. I'm guessing. I don't know. You got to check, but it will be here. It will be in Holliston. That's for sure.
And it would either be Scituate or Wayland, and a lot of football to go in that game. But what did you see tonight, Jay, that really stood out to you as one of those great moments?
I just saw what I saw was a team that was really down. They got kicked around last week, and they came back, and I give them a tremendous amount of credit. But that Holliston, that running game with the quarterback and receivers and a couple good touchdown passes and everything, Kawhi Lima is really stepping up another level and doing a really good job. And that offensive line, Carlos, you just got to give them so much credit. You really, really do.
And congratulations to Ashland on a hard-fought game. Obviously, their championship dreams come to a close here, but they still have a few more games left in the season, so good luck to them.
Yeah. Those are my Clockers. They're going to go out and beat Hopkinton this year.
There you go. But a Holliston still with everything to play for, and what looks to be a very exciting matchup next week here at home at Kamitian Field.
Yep. Look for time and date, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be Friday. I hope it's a 6 o'clock game.
6 o'clock would be great.
I love these games. For Bruce Guilfoy, the great one, and for Thomas Harmon high up above courtside here on the camera. Carlos, you did a fantastic job filling in for Tom tonight. Final score here.
Thank you, Jay. Same to you.
Final score here from Holliston, Kamitian Field. Holliston 24, Ashland 16. We'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.